You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Comics with My Kids, the official podcast for the comicscornerbox.blogspot.com. I'm your host, Matt D., and with me today is...
Logan D.
And Logan, what are we reviewing today?
Today we're reviewing Arkhamaniacs.
That's right, and Arkhamaniacs is an early edition review copy that we received from DC Comics. This book will hit the shelves on December 8th of 2020. And it is written by our good friend Art Baltazar, and art assist is by Franco, also known as Franco Aureliani. I think that's how it's called. All right, Logan. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the Arkhamaniacs?
So this book starts off with Bruce and Alfred walking, but we don't know where they're walking from.
What's Bruce's last name?
Brue Wayne.
Okay.
And this is when he was a kid.
All right, so we got a young Brue Wayne, huh?
Yeah, all the characters are younger. And also Bruce's dad is alive.
Yeah. Bruce and, you said Bruce and Alfred were walking. Where were they walking to?
They were just walking home when they saw the Joker passing by.
Well, I thought they were walking somewhere. I thought they were walking to the Arkham Apartments.
No, the Arkham Apartments was on the way to the house.
Oh, okay.
It's just like across the street.
They saw the Joker, so what was the Joker doing?
He was heading to the Arkhamaniacs, which is like his house. And he heads in there and gives things to each person. First, he went into the Penguin's room.
So then is the Joker introducing us to the characters for the Arkham Apartments?
No. And first he heads to the Penguin, Mr. Penguin. And he's having a little pool party in his room with his penguins, but one of the penguins won't jump in. So the Joker gives him these goggles so that he can see underwater and jumps in.
Nice.
And then there's another penguin who came out and pointed to a helmet and a rocket back thing. So he put on the rocket and the helmet, but he couldn't reach, so the Joker gave it to him. And the Joker flipped the switch on the back and he went rocketing out.
Now that the Joker's gone to the apartment, what happens to Bruce and Alfred?
They head back to their house.
Okay.
But we don't know that because the rest of the chapter is him going to people. And actually, Jonathan changes his name to Steve.
Who's Jonathan?
Scarecrow is how you would know him.
Oh, okay. What happens after the Joker meets with everybody?
After that, we head to a scene where Bruce heads to dinner and runs into the wrong dining room. And then 20 minutes later, he finally made it to the dinner table. Because this is a huge place. And he said, geez, I need a map of this place. I need a map of this place. Because he couldn't find his way around. And Alfred said, you're late again. And he was like, sorry, Dad. Sorry, Mom. I went into the wrong dining room. Who has two dining rooms in the first place?
Well, it's a big mansion. So
Mansion.
While he was walking to the dining room, what's running through his head? What's he thinking about?
He's thinking about the Arkham. He's thinking about the guys that are inside the house with the Joker.
Yeah.
He thinks it might be fun. Then after dinner, he gets put to bed, and then he changes and escapes and runs over to the Arkhamaniac area.
What does he do with the Arkham Apartments?
He looks at the Arkham Apartments, and then Ivy says to her flowers that she feels like she's being watched, so she peeks out the window and sees him. He ducks, thinking that he ducked in time. Then he gets grabbed by vines, and then Ivy said, explain yourself. And then Joker said, hey, Bruce. And he said, you came back. So he actually never explained himself to Ivy.
Oh, okay. So basically the Joker bailed him out, huh?
Yeah, and he was like, sorry to wake you. And the Joker said, I'm awake I don't sleep.
Oh, okay. So then what happens to Bruce? Does he go to jail or anything?
No. The Joker wakes up everybody, and once he gets to the Jonathan's door, we see an X on the name Jonathan. Underneath it's Steve, because he said, I don't deserve to be called Scarecrow. I can't even scare crows. And his room is full of crows, and he goes, Rah! But none of the crows move. But then the Joker, and there's like hundreds of crows, and the Joker does this, wah, wah, wah!
Okay.
And all the crows run off.
Gotcha. So Bruce is introduced to everybody in the apartment building then?
No, because the Joker knocks on everyone's doors, and we see inside of them, Mr. Freeze doesn't wake up.
Oh, okay.
He's still snoring asleep on a pile of snow.
Gotcha. So then what does Bruce do?
The cat girl said, you're kind of cute. I might use you as my prom. Prom. I think I said it right. Prom. Prom.
Yeah, it's a prom. Prom date?
I don't know what a prom is.
It's a dance that people go to when they're in school.
And Bruce screamed and jumped out.
Oh, okay.
And he climbed down the vines that were out of the building that grabbed him.
So then what happens the next day?
The next day, he talked Alfred into driving by the Arkham apartment, and there he has fun playing there. And they actually have a weird pool party.
Well, that sounds like a cool thing.
Yeah. And that's the end of the book. This is just a quick story.
Yeah, I'd say we don't want to ruin too much of it. You don't want to tell them everything that happens.
Yeah, I know. I'm not telling them the details about the pool party.
Right. You like Art Baltazar's stories and stuff. What do you think of his artwork?
It's great. In fact, he does such a good job writing. He made another book called Drew and Jot. I read it like 100 times.
So if you're a big fan of Art Baltazar, you would definitely recommend this book?
Yeah. Cool. I actually have quite a few books from him.
So are you looking forward to any future Arkhamaniacs books?
Yes, because it is quite interesting, fun, and if it does come out with a second one, I wonder what it'd be like.
Cool. So who's some of your favorite characters in the Arkhamaniacs then?
I don't really have a favorite.
Oh, no? Well, I tell you what, the Joker is definitely front and center in this book. I definitely like him. You know, he's not as zany or as scary as he is in the regular Batman books when he's older. He's definitely a lot more fun in this book.
Yeah, and he's not as mean. I like this one better than the rest of them. He's just nicer.
Yeah.
And he's not going crazy.
All right. Now, on a scale of 1 to, what should we do, 10, 5?
Let's do 10 because 5. It's up to 5 for the art and up to 5 for the other stuff.
the story?
Yeah.
All right. So, on a scale of 10, what do you give the book?
10.
Oh, okay. So, again, another 10 out of 10 for the book. So, you really like the art. You really like the story. It was a fun read. You definitely recommend it to any of your friends. Anything else you want to say about Arkhamaniacs?
I think you should get the book and read it. It's fun.
Okay. Well, the book hits the shelves on December 8th. All right. Well, we really don't have anything else to say about the book, do we?
No.
All right. Well, thank you, folks, for listening. Come back again and check out Comics with My Kids podcast at thecomicscornerbox.blogspot.com. You can hear us on any of your podcast catchers. You can also rate and review us on Apple Podcast, Podchaser, and
Stitcher.
I'm Matt D.
And I'm Logan D.
And thank you for listening.
Bye.
Okay, when you talk into the microphone, you need to talk
Here.
into the microphone.
Or that's a little distracting for me.
All right, so we run into the Joker, and he sees Bruce in them, and then he goes into the apartment. So what is the Joker doing then?
Then he's giving something to each of them.
Each of
First, each of the people in the Arkham apartment except for the chief at the front.
Oh, okay.